Steve Dotto here. How the heck you doing this fine day? Me? I'm feeling increasingly relevant because in our journey to 100,000 subscribers, we have passed, or just about to pass, the 70,000 mark, which is quite fulfilling and makes me recognize the fact that we are on the right track. And wow, have we ever learned a lot in the past year or so. Today on growing your YouTube channel to 100,000 subscribers, I want to talk to you about the most important thing I learned at Social Media Marketing World 2015 in San Diego. We're going to talk about context today on Dotto Tech. I had one of the most kind of invigorating experiences of my life a couple of weeks ago down in San Diego, California. It was my first visit to San Diego, which was awesome. What a beautiful, beautiful part of the world that is. I mean, I live in a beautiful part of the world in Vancouver, but San Diego certainly holds second place to no one. I was there for Social Media Marketing World, which is probably the largest gathering of social media types in the world. And I was speaking about building a community on YouTube, what we talk about in this particular vlog. And it was, I was a little anxious about delivering content there, but it was also just an inspiring 3 days because my brain was on fire the entire time. Meeting and speaking to so many of the people who I'm big fans of in the social media space and have followed and have influenced me in a lot of different ways. And one of the themes that seemed to run through the entire conference this year was the theme context. We were talking context a lot, and a lot of people have a different take on context. I thought I'd share with you in this vlog today my take on context and kind of what I came away from Social Media Marketing World recognizing about context. And for those of us who are building a following online, growing a YouTube channel, trying to be relevant in a marketplace, context is everything, because here, in my opinion, is the issue that we face. Anything that we create, any content we create, somebody's probably created before. There is so much content online that if people are looking for information about whatever we are an expert in, whatever we're a specialist in, they can find that information somewhere else. It's already been published. So bearing that in mind, why in the world would people start to follow us? Why would we gain a following of our own? And how do we build a community if the information, if the raw information, the data that we are sharing is available elsewhere? That's a profound question. And in my mind, it comes down to context. People don't necessarily just want the information. They want the information in context. They look for the information and the stuff that we share, the knowledge that we share, they look for it reflected through our experience, through our eyes. So as a community leader, for lack of a better term, in the online world, which is what you're going to be if you're growing a YouTube channel, you want to be a community leader of some sort, you have to then provide to your audience context. You have to take the information that you share, filter it through your experience, and then give it to them with that flavor attached, with that coloring attached of your context. That's what they seek. You know, there's a real popular phrase in the online marketing world is you want your community to know you, to like you, and to trust you. That's where context comes from, because as they engage with you, as they become your online friend, as they become your confidant, as they start to trust you, they look for how you react to information and how you process information as a bellwether for them, and they gain more from it. They gain trust. They save time. Whatever it is that we're trying to deliver to our audience, we do by constantly providing context. And when I think about my YouTube channel and how I create content, one of the things that I've always done from the very beginning of the early days of the TV show is when I look at a piece of technology, I try never to just show you what it does. I try and show you how it works in your life, how it fits, and I try and set it in context. I try and set it against something that's a part of your life and a part of my life so that you can then see exactly how it's going to fit. Again, that word context comes up. I didn't go down to Social Media Marketing World with any preconceptions about what the themes were going to be and what people were going to talk about. I just went down nervous as heck that my YouTube talk wasn't going to have people throwing things at me. And at the end of the day, they didn't. And context kind of rose to the surface and rose as the overriding theme and as a big message. And I think it's one that it's well worth, taking a pause in all of the technical side of looking at how we grow our channel and understanding how important this relationship is between yourself and your audience, between you and me in this particular case, and the fact that you, by viewing this vlog, are probably looking for me to provide context on everything that I'm learning and everything that I'm seeing and what I'm trying to share with you. So that's the message from social media marketing world. If you want to know a little bit about what went on there, holy cow, what a trip! If you are in the social media world and you can afford a trip to San Diego, it's well worth attending this particular conference. The access to the real bright minds of the social media world is pretty much unfettered. There's just all these ad hoc meetings going on in the hallway. They just have some great events all packaged around it. I have to give incredible credit and props to Mike Stelzner and his crew who put on for me, as a professional speaker, I do dozens of conferences every year, and I do some that I think are outstanding. This one set itself apart from all of the other conferences that I attended. So next year, as it draws a little bit closer, I'll be talking about it. I hope I'm invited back, and if I'm not invited back, I think I'll just go as an attendee because it was, in a word, awesome. I hope you found this video today to be useful. Now, this video is brought to you through the largesse of our supporting community at Patreon. Dotto Tech is a crowd-funded site. We are supported by the people who view our site through Patreon. And I don't put any ads in this particular vlog because it's a thanks to the Patreon community for their support. There's 3 ways that you can stay in touch with us here on Dotto Tech. The first is subscribe to this channel, please. The second is subscribe to our newsletter, and you'll hear about all of my upcoming events and webinars. Got a whole series of webinars coming down the pipe over the next couple of months, which I think you might be interested in. And finally, check out our Patreon page, and there are perks included in being a supporter of Dotto Tech, and those perks keep getting better and better because I attach access to the courses that I'm developing as a part of the Patreon bonuses. And our latest course on screencasting has been going screamingly well, and many of the patrons on Patreon are benefiting from that and really enjoying participating and learning how I do these sorts of videos that you're watching right now. So with that, I think I've spent enough time today. I have other things to do. You have other things to do. Till next time, I am Steve Dotto. Have fun storming the castle.